when you talk about like studying in the UK and then the investment part is concerned, when you are in India, when you do anything from India, there is like campus placements, and then you are able to get a job,
Yeah.
and then. But if you are unable to get a job, then it's a big question for you, right?
Yeah.
But the difference is extremely like aligned. It's like if you are unable to get campus placement, you still, after you have graduated from your masters, you still have the opportunity to find the job in your industry. It can be problematic in the initial time because it is a transition, but later you are able to achieve that 2 years, the work visa that you get for 2 years is kind of enough that you are able to make something to secure your like investment. Let's go and embrace the change.
Hello everyone, I am Nakul, Program Manager at GD Connect. I strongly believe that studying abroad can be a truly life-changing decision, not just academically, but personally and professionally as well. Today's conversation isn't about checklists or perfect profiles. It's about a real journey, the doubts, decisions, and the growth that come with choosing to study in the UK. Joining me today is Diksha, who moved from India to London to pursue her master's in marketing at Queen Mary University, London, and has since built her path across content, events, community work. Diksha, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so we'll start with the questions.
Sure.
Before moving to the UK, what phase of life were you in, emotionally and mentally?
So before moving to the UK, when I talk about mentally, I was getting prepared for the change that is going to come for me, because since the start I was in Delhi and I did my bachelor's here, my family lives here. So it was a very key decision of me to like move everything from here and setting up a new life over there. So that was the thing that was happening at that time. Yeah.
So, did you feel homesick at first when you were preparing for it and you were thinking of that you'll be going abroad and you'll be staying away from your parents? Did you start feeling that
Yes, so
homesickness?
that was the thing, that it would be like a longer time away from my family. But it was like gradually I was making up my mind that okay, this is what I have chosen for myself, and I need to like start building up that thing. So I was able to like cope up eventually with that.
And did your mom start preparing you and packing things for you,
Yes,
packing stuff for you?
Yes,
Yeah.
to like make start about the everything stuff and all. Yeah.
When the idea of UK first came up, what excited you and what honestly scared you?
When it comes to the excitement part, I was like getting prepared for the new phase of my life. I was like the course that I was looking forward to pursue and field that I wanted to go in the future, it was very much aligning to that. So I was like, okay, let's do this, that this is something was being evolved with that. And since I was doing a lot of projects lately into the higher education side, so I was like, yes, why not, like let's do this thing. And talking about the excitement part is like, oh, this would be a new country, new life, new phase of life. So I was getting it into that phase.
And what did scare you?
Honestly, the fact of like being away from family, and
Okay.
will I be able to manage everything by myself? Because
Okay.
that was the thing that since everything was done in Delhi itself, so I was like, okay, I would be able to manage myself, but how will I be able to manage myself in that phase? So that was a bit of scariest part. Yeah.
Okay. So there are so many countries students usually consider. What made the UK feel right for you at that point?
So when it comes to choosing the UK, even now and even before that time, it was the destination chosen by the students, and my course was particularly targeting UK or Europe. So I
Okay.
was in that. Like I didn't want to go all the around overseas. So considering my course, considering the culture, considering the work opportunities, I chose UK for that.
So is it like you had a list when you were researching the countries? You had a list prepared that okay, I have boiled down to 3 countries and I will check the courses and universities there, or is it like the UK was the only choice?
UK and Europe was the main final thing for my course work.
Okay,
So
so
that
UK
was in
was
my mind. Yes, that was
okay.
already
So
in my mind.
did any other country cross your mind other than UK that where you can go?
No, I
UK.
chose UK. That, as I said, as I chose UK because my course and my field of interest was lying around that area.
Okay.
And from Europe to UK, UK was the one that like was matching everything with the interests.
Did you ever question whether your profile was good enough, and how did you deal with that doubt?
I Since the start, I was doing a lot of work in my college,
Mhm.
and then based on my college work, I was able to pull through my entrepreneurial journey. So it was eventually, I didn't know that it was eventually adding to the profile building.
Okay.
So that was the case, that I didn't know that it's going to be like that.
Okay.
So it eventually happened, and to be very honest, I didn't doubt myself, because the the mantra of me doing stuff since the college to until my start of the work, I thought that I have done stuffs
Hmm.
that would be able to make a profile that could help me getting into
Hmm.
the university. So yeah, that's
So basically, what you mean is you were actually unintentionally building your profile
absolutely, yeah,
while you were
absolutely.
in college.
Because studying abroad was not in, like, in my books at all,
Mhm.
but it eventually happened. So,
Mhm.
but I didn't know that it's gonna turn up
It
in
turned
this
up.
way. Like, these kind of work that I did before is gonna turn up in this way.
Okay. What made you decide on Queen Mary University of London? What were your decoding factors?
Okay, so when I applied for the UK, so I was able to get admits into like 5 universities.
Okay.
And then choosing QML is based on three important factors that I would like to decode. First was the coursework. So the
Mhm.
kind of faculty that was there, and the kind of projects that I could work upon, like case study projects and everything. So that was the one of the most important things. And on top of that, being a Russell Group university, because
Okay.
the amount of value that you can get from the University of London is like way higher, and the way you perceive it, the way you work there, then you are trying to understand that.
Okay.
Second factor was the university life that Queen Mary offers.
Mhm.
And it is hands down, like, I think everybody knows about it, that QMUL does offer an extremely amazing amount of student life because of its campus life.
Mhm.
So I wanted to explore the London university life experience that QML can offer. So that was the thing. And the third thing was that I was reaching out to people on LinkedIn,
Okay.
such that I can understand an unbiased opinion of the university, and post university what kind of stuffs they were doing, within the university what they were doing, so I could like engage and connect with them to make a final decision for myself.
So Queen Mary was your own research, or is it like it is one of the suggestions that came from anyone?
No, it was my research. As I said, like, when I was doing my research works,
Mhm.
so it was coming under like top for my course, for my marketing
Mhm.
course. So then that got eventually to the respective uh,
Okay.
the list. Yeah.
Okay. Can you recall your first real this is hard moment for arriving in London?
um I was like really happy after arriving in London and everything, stuff like that. But the hard thing was that I had a hard time with my flatmates. So academically everything was fine, but the hard time that I it happened around like the December period of time, and that was hard to like deal with the flatmates. Yeah.
Okay, so your flatmates were from different countries or
Yes.
they were Indians?
Yes. No, they were a mix of people, but
Mhm.
the dealing with flatmates or living there with flatmates was one of the toughest tasks that I
Okay, so
did.
you they gave you a hard time.
Yes, they did give me a hard time. Yeah.
Okay. During your masters, you took on multiple roles at the university. What pushed you to step outside of just studying?
Um, so when I was in my college during my bachelor's, I had the habit of doing something apart from academics. So I
Okay.
started in college, I did debating society, I did finance, and then there were people who were asking me to come to us to do the events and stuffs like
Mhm.
that. So that was the habit of me to do something apart from academics. So
Okay.
that habit was also like a turning point in my life when I did stuffs in London
Mhm.
in my university. Like, okay, this is something that I will gonna do it. So it came eventually, it came like by showing up. So
Mhm.
the so it was in my habit that I had to do this. Like, it's in my habit, I can do it, I will do it. So
So
that's how
it
it happened.
came. It was not just in UK. It was you were
It
like
was
just like
since
since
the college.
India. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Even in the college, post college also, the
Mhm.
3 years that I worked, it just came up eventually. So that was something that I would say, naturally came up over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you manage academics, work, and personal life? And were there moments when it felt overwhelming that I am done?
Yes, I'm not gonna lie, because it is very overwhelming, because you are the only one person managing everything. And when it comes to that, it was my dissertation period, I remember, and I had very important projects during that time also. So it was a very, like, a different phase of life where you have to manage so much stuff. So what I did was, like, I think I prepared a timetable in
Okay.
which I will be dedicating respective tasks, respective amount of time, and I will do one task at a time. That can help me in, like, building up the work. Like, okay, this time this is done. Part B is this, part C is this. So it can help me in, like, moderating what I'm looking forward to do, and then also keeping a track on my performances, how it's gonna turn up. So I think the timetable part was, like, a that we do in the schools and in the colleges.
Yeah.
So timetable, that habit was there, and it eventually helped me in managing my time well. Yeah.
So did you take up a part-time job as well when you were in?
Yes, yes, yeah. I was doing part-time job with my university itself, so that's why I said the
Okay.
projects were like a very longer period of time at that time, in August. So I had to manage a lot over there. But the only thing that helped me was timetable, so I was
Okay.
able to do that. Yeah.
Do you feel studying in the UK changed how you see yourself today or your career path?
Yes, I truly believe that studying in the UK have helped me in building my career path, because it helped me to reach a global exposure for my entrepreneurship journey. B, I was able to get a job in that respective field, and I was able to pave my way towards that respective area. And whatever I had aimed before studying in the UK and after studying in the UK, it has helped me to evolve throughout the process. So yes, I would definitely say that.
Okay, so I usually come across a lot of students, and before they start their study abroad journey, they are very worried about the fact that how would they be able to land a job there, and mostly about the part-time ones. How will they find it, and how will they secure a job? And I've seen many students, actually working not in their own domains and whatever they are studying, but working somewhere else just to manage their finances. But since you were working at the university itself, your part-time job was with the university, how did you actually crack that? Because that helped you evolve into a much better person, and it did align with your studies as well. So how did you do that?
I would like to say that that role was also important because of the base work that I was able to contribute in my past work experience.
Okay.
So I would like to say that having a work experience before you apply for your masters acts as one of the like a growing points towards building where you want to be.
Okay.
And that helps and shapes you, because once you are done with that work ex and then you're doing your masters, it aligns you to get what you are like want what do you want for. So that played a major role, because otherwise it would have been difficult for me. So that acted as a base, and then I was able to do that.
That's
Yeah.
actually a very important input for
Yes.
the students who are aspiring to study abroad.
Absolutely.
Looking back, what parts of your journey do you think mattered more than the grades alone?
I believe that there were 2 points that I would like to share in here. So the first one, when I received the Distinguished Alumni Award from my University of Delhi. So I remember a it was like a list of journey of people from decades. So
Okay.
I being considering in that zone was one of the biggest things that happened, because as a reason of my services in the college.
Yeah.
So I was doing stuffs in my college. I was, apart from society, leading the society, I was also doing stuff with the college itself, like with the college admin itself.
Okay.
So that was the point, that I like them being considered in that zone out of those 10 out of these decades was a very big thing. And second, that happened when I was awarded as a nominee for the service award in the QMUL Entrepreneur Awards. That was also one of the biggest points that happened, because they were also people who were doing stuff from decade. And then for me, it is just like 4 years I did here, and then being considerate in that list was like one of the biggest things. So yeah, I do.
You were recently felicitated for
Yes,
that, right?
yes, yeah.
Congratulations on
Thank you
that.
so much. Thank you.
So is there something you wish you had done differently during your study abroad journey?
It's a very difficult question to answer at first, but I would say that I did things differently that helped me to achieve the things that I wanted to. So I feel that because I did stuffs differently, it helped me in shaping the way that I wanted to be. So yeah, that I would like
That
to
did
say.
shape your way forward. And
Yes, yeah, yeah.
okay, many international students feel the pressure to justify the investment that they make. Did you also feel that? And how did you handle it actually? How did you handle the feeling?
Well, this is like something that everybody looks forward for the
Yeah.
answer. I would like to just say two things for this perspective. First is that when you talk about like studying in the UK and then the investment part is concerned, when you're in India, when you do anything from India, there is like campus placements, and then you are able to get a job,
Yeah.
and then but if you are unable to get a job, then it's a big question for you, right?
Yeah.
But here there the difference is extremely like aligned. It's like if you are unable to get campus placement, you still, after you have graduated from your masters, you still have the opportunity to find the job in your industry. It can be problematic in the initial time because it is a transition, but later you are able to achieve that 2 years, the work visa that you get for 2 years is kind of enough that you are able to make something to secure your like investment.
Okay.
And then even if for like initially level, if you're able to do the part-time job and then you're able to convert into full-time, I think you are able to save stuffs that you are able to justify your investment. It takes a lot of time though, but even if you come back after 2 years or something, after three, or after working there, you will but have that confidence that you have covered some bit of it.
So you have achieved something
Yes.
and you have already achieved it. So
Yeah,
did you feel
yeah.
that pressure there when you were back in
Definitely,
UK?
definitely there is a pressure of like the investment part, but as it said, it comes eventually throughout the years. But when you talk about only if you're like for a limited period of time, you would be able to secure some of it, most of it, and then you can like
So
come here and
it's like it's
there.
not that difficult though, but
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay. When did you start feeling more confident and settled in your journey? What was your turning point?
I would say that settled thing is like it's still in progress, obviously, because
It's subjective. I understand
yeah,
that.
it does take a time that settling in takes a time. But when I talk about like the the phase that helped me in that, so when I was able to like see that okay, I'm able to scale my work there. I'm able to do my job. I was able to complete my masters. I was able to take projects in the UK with that confidence that okay, I have that degree. I can hold that. I can take stuffs from my own, um, and then doing the kind of work that I always wanted to. All of it like helped me to shape where I am today, and would like to take that into consideration as a whole and would like to forward continue my journey with that. So yeah.
And throughout your study abroad journey and when were you in UK, what is your most unforgettable moment that has actually made you feel proud and has always been with you whenever you feel down, you think about it and you start feeling, yes, I can do it. And that's not very impossible to achieve. So, what was that moment for you?
I think it was the initial, like the during the 6 months of my time in the university, where I got a chance to present like my work in front of the jury, and then being selected under the Women Entrepreneurship Board.
Okay.
So I think that was the proudest moment because, as I said, the initial reason of me coming to the UK was for my thing, and then getting that recognition was like one of the biggest things at that time. And then after that, as I said, like because of the stuff that I put in and then worked eventually for that, so I was able to I was able to see that okay, down the line I had these stuffs in my mind, I have these stuffs for myself, and then I can take this forward uh, to my respective areas. Yeah.
Right. For students watching this video who feel confused and behind, what would you want them to know?
I would just like to only say one thing is that do find a really good counselor that could help you in starting, shaping, moving everything for your journey, that can actually guide you for everything that you want to do in your life, yeah, I would say that.
And if you could just speak to your younger self moving to the UK, what would you tell her?
My younger self,
Yes, your younger self.
I would say, let's go and embrace the change.
Thank you so much, Diksha, for being here today
Most
and sharing your journey with us. Conversations like this remind us that there isn't one correct path, just honest ones, shaped by choices, learning, and growth. For those watching this video and still carrying questions or doubts, Diksha is also available on GD Connect, where you can reach out and continue the conversation. So if you're still figuring things out, don't worry, you're not alone in this journey. Thank you so much for being us with here today.
Thank you so much.